But now it's time to light the tree. And lighting the tree this year is a very distinguished guest, good friend of mine for many years. She's lit the tree at the White House, and now she's here tonight. What a pleasure it is. 40th Treasurer of the United States, Mary Ellen Withrow. Mary Ellen?
Yes. So, I've got a red tree.
Here we go.
Get it, girl.
There we go. It's time to light the tree.
You would be like doing it.
All right. There we go. How nice. All right, and now we'll join all together and sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas."
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, everybody. Hey, this is Scott Spears, WGH Talk Radio, and we are on location at a place where people come from all around the country to be, right here on our own state, Cleveland, Ohio. My goodness gracious. It's the 40th anniversary of a movie that is shown millions of times during the holiday season, A Christmas Story. And this is the actual Christmas Story house. Of course you can see it, the leg lamp in the window. This is where the exterior of this movie was shot. Darren McGavin, all kinds of great actors and actors were in this movie, and actresses back in the early 1980s. It hasn't been too long, but 40 years, and people are packed out here 15 days before Christmas. Now, of course, got my buddies here, Carrington Nelson, Matt Morgan. Now, Carrington, interesting fact here, you are the only one of the three of us who has actually seen this film.
Yeah.
So, in a tin-type fashion, what does it mean for you to be here? You've never been here before. You must be thrilled.
I am. I'm really excited. This is kind of a Christmas tradition. We watch this movie at least once a year, if not more, with my family. We watch it on Christmas Eve a lot of times. So this is definitely bringing back a lot of memories, seeing this house. It means a lot to me to be here. I'm excited.
So this is a replica of the house. This is what it looks like.
Yes.
They've restored this to what it looks like in the movie.
Honestly, I think in the movie it looks a little bit more dingy. It looks good here. I think it's very well kept up. Love seeing the leg lamp in the window. We have the Bumpus's house down the street there. There's a gift shop across the street. Honestly, there's a lot more here than I expected.
And this is actually in a neighborhood in Cleveland. This is not downtown Cleveland. We're maybe 3 or 4 miles from downtown Cleveland, but this is actually in a neighborhood which gave the authenticity of this movie. Now, Matt, you know a little bit about the Christmas Story movie. What do you make of this little street corner in Cleveland, Ohio?
If I'm being honest, the only thing I know about the Christmas Story is the leg lamp, and that's about it. Or and you're gonna shoot your eye out, kid. But it honestly surprised me that it takes place in an actual neighborhood. Like, you go like 2 houses down in either direction and there are just private households.
Now, if you turn around over here, this is the gift shop, but near the gift shop, there are cars that I believe were somewhat featured in the movie. Am I wrong about this?
No, I believe that those were cars that were featured in the film.
Now, the film itself was made in the early 1980s. Well, I guess 40 years ago, that'd be 1983, but it was not set in the 1980s, right?
I'm not sure. They don't really talk about the
God,
date
you're
a
a
bunch.
movie aficionado.
I know, I'm
You're
sorry.
supposed to be here for us on this.
I know, I'm sorry. It does give, it definitely does give an older feel when you're watching the film. It's kind of grainy whenever you watch it. So I've always pictured it as something that took place in the past. So I'm not sure exactly what era it was supposed to be part of, but I definitely would, if you said 1980s, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense to me.
1983, and of course we are 15 days before Christmas here on the 40th anniversary of this movie, and we're having a great time. Again, the Bumpus's house is right over here. This is the actual Christmas Story house. Now we're gonna part the way and let you get a good shot of the Christmas Story house here, because it is a beautiful, beautiful structure, and so glad that this has been kept up over the years. Now, this house just sold this year. The man who restored these houses and put them back in business as a museum, or put them in business as a museum, recently sold this property to somebody else, and it's to somebody who I believe is going to keep the museums open so people can come and enjoy Christmases through the end of time, and that's really what we want. Happy holidays and Christmases till the end of time. What does this movie, Matt, represent to you, even though we know that you don't know anything about this movie, really?
So, there are a lot of people in my family who love this movie. There's especially one, my aunt, and every time that, funnily enough, not the one I got the gift for, but she loves the movie so much that when they play the 24-hour marathons, she will just have the 24-hour marathon on her TV.
Rockin' and rollin'.
Just playing.
Luke.
This movie means a lot to a lot of people. I know I've been looking at some of the cars driving by. There was a license plate from Missouri, of all places, that's here. So, I mean, people travel to come visit this house. It means a lot to a lot of people, I think.
What does this movie mean to you?
As I said before, this is just kind of a Christmas classic in my family. We watch it at least once a year. My family's super jealous that they're not here, and I had to get them some items from the gift shop. We got my dad a little tie and my mom a leg lamp cookie cutter. So they're going to be thrilled to see these, and they're going to know exactly what it means, and it'll remind them of the holiday season.
Give people a quick overview of what is in the gift shop if they were to come up here.
I mean, it's better what's not in the gift shop. They have postcards from the film, they've got the Red Ryder BB gun, they have shirts, they have sweatshirts, they have glasses, they have chapstick I saw and it was themed of the movie. There were the cookie cutters.
Chapstick.
Movie chapstick. But yeah, they really have everything in there. I don't know what they don't have. They have some other things from other Christmas films as well. National Lampoon's is in there. I think Nightmare Before Christmas. So they've got everything covered for the holiday films.
And as you can see, people are taking the tour right now, or as you'd say, tour.
Tour.
Yeah, one of those things. They're taking it right now. People are all throughout this house. It is a happening. It is a great place. I believe $18 to take the tour. Not horrible to take the tour down here. I believe you can go in the Bumpus house as well, not only the Christmas Story house. Take a trip down to the gift shop. It is absolutely great. Now, I think before we wrap up this portion from the Christmas Story house on this trip to Cleveland, you know, we're standing in front of the Christmas Story house. It's 15 days before Christmas. You can't help the 40th anniversary of the movie. You have to sing a little here in front of the Christmas, just a little bit. Give us a little bit of Jingle Bells or something. Come on. Here we go.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Now, before we say goodbye from here, of course, we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's the holidays, it's family, it's fun. Carrington Nelson, Matt Morgan, Scott Spears, heading for the dugout from the Christmas Story house. Hey, Scott Spears, WGH Talk here in downtown Cleveland, Euclid Avenue. This is the first TV station in the state of Ohio, WEWS, signed on December 17th, 1947. The 16th television station in the country. First one in Ohio, right here, Euclid Avenue, WEWS. They had another historic first too. The first woman to ever host a news broadcast, news analyst, Dorothy Fulltime, 1947. She was here for 37 years until she was 92 years old in 1984. Her last interview with then President Ronald Reagan. And because of that, right in front of WEWS here in Cleveland, Ohio, there is a Ohio historical marker, journalist Dorothy Fulltime. What a legend she was. Matt, right here, this is ground zero for television in Ohio.
I mean, that's pretty astounding if you think about it, honestly.
Carrington, certainly for women and women in journalism, this is the woman who made it all, and it happened at this station, the first in Ohio.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be here, and I love their slogan of WOOS, W-E-W-S.
WOOS.
WOOS.
WEWS, Cleveland, Ohio. So signing off from WEWS, like Dorothy Fulltime used to do for Carrington Nelson, Matt Morgan, this is Scott Spears heading for the dugout. Hey, this is Scott Spears with Carrington Nelson and Matt Morgan, and we are in downtown Cleveland in the theater district at the Allen Theater, where the Festival of Lights are going on. As you can see in the background, there are trees galore in this building, trees behind us, trees behind the cameraman, Sean, who's with us here, trees everywhere, and people walking through this theater, enjoying the Yuletide, Christmas time. 15 days away, can you imagine? Carrington, what do you think of this? It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I really enjoyed getting to see all the trees. My favorite tree was the Vincent van Gogh tree. They had sunflowers and there were paintings done by him. Did you have a favorite tree?
These trees have names?
Well, no, there's themes to them all.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, that was my favorite tree. Did you have a favorite tree, Matt?
I mean, I did not know. I didn't know. I just kind of was looking at the trees. I didn't really pick a favorite. No.
Yeah,
The
and there-
Vincent Van Gogh tree. What other
Yes.
trees were there?
There was a ballet tree, there was like a peacock themed tree. I think they're all sponsored by different businesses, but they all have a theme to them.
Are you making this up?
No, I'm looking around the room
I
currently.
assume there's signs.
She's just reading the signs behind the cameraman here. Yeah, reading the signs behind Sean. Oh, jeez. Anyway, it's downtown Cleveland. It's a blistery cold December night, but we are here because we are dedicated to bring you the best in broadcasting in Marion, Ohio, and some of you can't make it to Cleveland, so we came for you. We started at the Christmas Story House. We went down to WEWS, where Dorothy Full-Time's historical marker is, first television newswoman, also the first television station in Ohio, December 17th, 1947, 16th television station in the country. And boy, oh boy, we have ended up in the theater district in downtown. But here's the problem. You would think all would be going well in the Yuletide, but it's not, because one of us is hungry, and they're getting angry about it, and they're causing a problem. Can you imagine who that would be?
Yeah, I don't know who's causing any problems.
Who would that be?
I have no
I
idea.
just realized there was no back on this thing. I about went over. Where? You're hungry.
Yeah, I am a little hungry. We were gonna eat a while ago, and
We're eating as soon as we're out of here.
I'm ready for it.
So you should have excitement galore.
I am. We've seen a lot of good restaurants we passed so far, so hopefully we'll decide on one quickly.
Matt, what has been your favorite part of this whole special Christmas in Cleveland?
Honestly, probably the Christmas Story house, because I gotta buy that
Cookie cutter.
the cookie cutting.
Carrington, what is your favorite part of Christmas in Cleveland? You know, only half my rear end is on this thing at this point. So this is the most uncomfortable seat I've had all night long, but you know what? I'm willing to stick it out for you folks.
Honestly, it's really been festive downtown. We drove around the town square and it was all lit up.
Oh,
so
we went down to Union Square.
Yes.
Where everything was lit up. And they've
Yeah.
got carolers out there, and they've got a skating rink, and there's multicolored lights, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, Carrington tried to get us out there ice skating.
Ice skating.
I'd go ice
Really, it's
skating.
20 degrees
For
here.
the people, it'd be great.
None of us can skate except you.
It'd be great, yeah, exactly.
So you want us to be in the hospital. You want the last stop on this Christmas in Cleveland to be in the Methodist Hospital.
I'll film you guys falling
Hey,
all over
you know
the
they've got
ice.
one of the best hospitals in the country up here, the Cleveland Clinic.
This is the perfect place to wreck yourself ice skating.
Why do you always want to hurt people?
I don't.
What is it with you? By the way, the fruitcake toss is coming up on Thursday. My goodness gracious, just right around the corner. But this night really has meant Christmas. It's the shank of the evening. Sun has set. It's beautiful, and here we are at the Festival of Lights in the Allen Theater in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Really, you have got to run, not walk, to this area, don't you think?
Yeah, it's definitely putting me in the Christmas spirit. I love getting to hang out here. It's been a fun evening.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And we went up in the balcony, Matt. It was wonderful up there.
It was nice and nice and quiet. Very, very. It's for some reason it's like 5 degrees cooler up there than it is down here.
Now, Matt, you don't like the big cities, though.
I do not know.
You wanted us to go to Kentucky for this trip, but we said no. We're not going to Kentucky. We're going to Cleveland.
I just think that big cities, there's just too much going on. I think that any city where you have to pay to park or something of the sort like that is a little. There's probably too many people.
Well, you know what? That's the way it goes. Before we part ways here, Matt, what do you want for Christmas this year? What do you want to ask Santa for?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna ask him for some new shoes. My shoes are looking a little rough, I think.
His shoes are worn to the bone. Carrington, what do you want for Christmas?
I really want the Apple headphones, specifically in green, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, so I'll take any color, Mom and Dad. Thank you.
I just want peace on earth. Peace on earth and goodwill toward men. That's all I want for this Christmas, and for the other half of my rear to be on this seat. That's really all I want for Christmas this year. If I get those two things, I'll be a happy camper. For all of us here, and thank you for watching and being with us all year round. We certainly appreciate that, you, the viewing public. So for Matt Morgan, Carrington Nelson, this is Scott Spears. On the count of 3, everybody say Merry Christmas. 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
From the Festival of Trees here at the Allen Theater. Scott Spears, for these two elves, heading for the dugout. Here's a little extra in the rotunda. Jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Merry Christmas.